Hey YouTube, welcome to Maggie's World. This topic is going to be about people who suffers depression. Okay. Whew, yeah, I want to come on here to this topic. I want to speak about people who live with depression. Okay. I myself do suffer depression as well. I'm seeking the help and stuff that I need whenever I'm also being medicated as well. Um, I want to sit here and have a nice conversation with y'all. Okay. At this point in time, I've heard a lot of people who suffer depression have basically end their lives. Okay. Um, which is actually positively sad. You know, and people have to lose their life because they deal with what they deal with. Some people can't really cope no more with with the health problems, whatever. So, to make a long story short, I had problems with my daughter's supposed to be half sister for years off and on. And now that she knows the fact that I'm suffering depression, and it's like she plays on it. You know what I mean? She plays on that weakness, and that's what she does. So I had to cut her out my life. My daughter cut her out her life as well. Um, so to make a long story short, depression is something that um, almost everybody actually live with, including myself. Um, as for me, how I deal with my depression, it's a lot of emotional, it's a lot of things that goes on in that in your head, and there's a lot of this like one minute I'm feeling okay, next minute I'm not feeling myself. You know, if that makes sense. Um, so at this point in time, um, depression comes and goes. Okay, it's not something that you actually have. It's not something that that some of us that deal with something that deal with depression. It's not something that we actually have control over. You know what I mean? We don't have no control over the depression part. Um, there is help out there if someone want to seek help about their depression, whatever. There is help out there. I'm getting help myself. Um, some people from the past will actually take advantage of that. Still, I was like, you have some cruel people that will actually take advantage of your weakness. You know what I mean? Um, all jokes aside, okay. All jokes aside, uh, I suffered depression all my life, ever since childhood. Okay. Um, it all started from watching my father beat the crap out of my mother. Okay. Every chance he got, every chance my father got, he would. Oh my God! It was so much. It was so much. It was really bad. It was times when he had actually bust my mother's lip. You know what I mean? Or put marks and stuff on her face and things like that. Whatever. And I grew up around that. You know what I mean? And it basically made me real withdrawn to see my mother, suffer. From that. From that abuser. You know what I mean? Um, and if he couldn't get to her, he'd take it out on me. Okay. And my depression started from there, started from childhood, all the way into my adulthood. Okay, it was times where it was times where I would be happy one minute and next minute I wasn't. There was times where I feel myself and other times I'm not feeling myself. Like mood swings or other stuff, whatever. I go through those things too. Everything else, whatever. That's the same time. The same reason is that I don't suffer. I don't. Me and my sister don't get along because we have issues of our own that we're basically trying to deal with, on our, based on our own, whatever. My brother also suffered depression. Okay, there's been times where he will say things out his mouth that he really didn't mean. You know what I mean? The things I'll say something that's I'll say some things out my mouth too that I did not mean. Um, but as for my daughter's so-called half sister, she plays on that. You know what I mean? And it's like she'll take your weakness for granted. You know, and then and then there's a lot of other things that I can actually speak up on too. But depression is a very serious illness, and some people don't understand and realize not until they start going through it themselves. You know what I mean? Depression is not easy to live with. It's not easy to deal with. Okay, depression comes and goes, and things like I mean the same thing that God rest his soul, may he rest in peace. The same thing that Steve Cash once said in his in one of his videos. That's the one that had the little talking black cat, etc., etc., etc. And he basically suffered the same thing, but it's gotten so bad until it ended up taking his life. So yeah, like I said, when it comes to depression, depression comes and goes. It's like it's not something that's it's not something that a lot of us have control over because we don't have no control of it. Um, I'm definitely on meds. I take meds. The only time I take my meds is when if I feel like kind of depressed, I will take it. Um, I don't take it every day. The reason why I don't take it every day because I don't know. It's like a lot of times I may not need to take my meds, and the only time I take is when I really, really desperately need. So to make that long story short, and things like that, yeah. So I'm getting the help that I need. Um, I talked to my therapist on Tuesdays. I talked to her yesterday on FaceTime or whatever. So I talked to my therapist once a month, actually once a week, and once a month I talk to a psychiatrist. Especially for my meds and stuff like that, whatever. So yeah, I am being, I am keeping my depression maintained, if that makes sense. Um, it's not something that's easy to live with and things like that. But it's like sometimes you have enemies that will actually take advantage of those things. You know what I mean? You have some people that come in your life and they take advantage. It's like they don't. And not to mention, now in the past, yeah, I did want to have more kids. You know what I mean? When my daughter was younger, but it was only one particular thing that also was a part of my depression was that this particular person I was talking about, when things don't go this person's way, they tend to actually pick up the damn phone and call to the services by trying to have my child taken from me. So I said, why should I bring another child into the world? And this particular person continues. She continues to call to the services. So that's why I decided not to have any more kids, um, and things like that. And by me collecting reborn dolls, um, it actually helped me a lot with my depression. Role playing with my reborn dolls, things like that, whatever. I also have a channel for them too as well. And when it comes to doll babies, reborn doll babies, um, it basically helps me out with my depression as well. Some people may not understand this at the third. You may have some people in your family call you crazy or tell you need your head examined, things like that, whatever. It's a reason why I collected reborn dolls. Okay, one thing to help with my depression and not have to worry about children services coming to my daggone door, knocking on my door, talking about they're coming to investigate. So that's part of the reason why I basically turned to reborn dolls. Um, on top of that, me and my daughter have a very good relationship, and somebody, like this same particular person I was talking about, is trying to break that. They're trying to actually split me and my daughter apart. Okay, me and my daughter have a very good relationship. Okay, my daughter is 24 years old. Okay, and we have a very good relationship, and this particular person is trying to tear it apart. Okay, maybe because they are unhappy with their life and things like that, whatever. So they want to basically, split somebody else's family apart, things like that, whatever, because they're not in good with themselves or they're not happy with themselves, things like that, whatever. or she's not in good with her mother, this, that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So she want to make our lives, more painful than it already is. Okay. Um. Yeah, she basically has issues too. My therapist said the same thing yesterday again. If anybody needs to see therapy, it's her. Okay, because she's dealing with some issues on her own, and she want to find somebody to blame, for her issues. Um, so yeah, so to make that point of view kind of short, whatever. Yeah, I too suffer depression, and I cannot be around people, or should I say, negativity people. That's going to keep me depressed. So I try my best to try to stay away from those who basically have negative energy. So I try to stay away from those people um, as much as I can, as much as I could. So I don't be as depressed as I normally be, So being around some people in my family, whatever, I chose to actually, just back away, to stay away from people that's gonna keep me depressed. And that's what I've been doing. So lately, I've been doing okay. I've been doing good, stuff like that, whatever. I only take my meds when needed. Um, what is it? They got on me. They got me on anxiety medication and sleeping medication because sometimes I be up all night and I can't sleep. So I have to eat a certain time, especially like for dinner, whatever. And then like around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, I take my meds so I can get some sleep at night, whatever. Other than that, I'm doing okay. My depression, things like that, whatever. I can't complain. So yeah. So just know that the people who are suffering depression, like myself, whatever, just know that y'all are not alone. Y'all are not alone. Okay, we all suffer from something. You know what I mean? Um, we all suffer from something. You know what I mean? And just because you suffer, I mean, I don't care what type of depression it is, but just because you suffer from something, whatever, it doesn't mean that you're alone. Okay, you're not alone in this. You know what I mean? There are some people that actually take their own lives because they suffer depression or whatever. As for me, I'm seeking help. Okay, and I talk to my therapist every week. I talk to my psychiatrist, doctor, which is about my meds. Um, I get meds every month delivered to my house. So I can take for my depression and stuff like that, whatever. So some people don't understand, don't realize how serious depression is. It's very, 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 very serious. Okay? Anytime it gets to the place to where people is actually taking their own lives, it's sad. It's really, really sad. But I thank God I'm getting the help that I need and things like that. And I just want everybody who suffers depression, I just want y'all to know that y'all are not alone. You're not alone in this. You're not. Because I too suffer depression myself. Okay. Um, my daughter suffers somewhat depression herself because she's dealing with something of her own too as well. So anybody who's dealing with depression, y'all are not alone. Trust me, y'all are not alone in this. Okay. So I just hope y'all actually enjoy my video about this, about this mental illness, whatever. And this is something serious. People should not play around with that. People should not actually take advantage, of people who suffer depression. You know what I mean? People should be more, I would say, more supportive. You know what I mean? Instead of a whole lot of hatred, things like that, whatever. And just because somebody tells the other person that they don't like them, that does not give a person a right to actually come out and say what they want to say to the person, even though they're going through what they're going through. You know what I mean? That does not give anybody a right to basically down anybody else. It really don't. So I'm gonna get off this thing here because I don't want to make this video too long. So if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell down below. So each and every time I post, you'll be notified. Um, so yeah, just let you know, depression is not something to dash you around with. It's not. And depression is very serious. You know what I mean? And some of us live with this all the time. Okay, so some of y'all out there who suffering depression, suffering anxiety, things like that, y'all are not alone. Trust me. Trust me. If you have any concerns, you can leave me a message down below of this video, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can about this situation. So that's gonna be it for now. So y'all be blessed, and stay safe out there, and peace out. And I'll get back to y'all later. I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, bye now.